live on the Wave, SVI4, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Bear Lake High School Sports and the Rocky Mountain Yeti Countdown to Kickoff.
High school football on a beautiful Friday night. A week ago tonight, we were fighting rain, we were fighting wind, we were fighting power outages. Tonight, it's just a beautiful night for football here from Ashton, Idaho, as the Bear Lake Bears set to take on their nemesis, the North Fremont Huskies. If you think back the last couple of years, there's only one team the Bear Lake hasn't beat on their schedule in the last 2 years, and that is these North Fremont Huskies. They have been Bears' nemesis. And the Bear Lake Bears, even in their state championship year, came up to North Fremont, lost. If you remember, that was the only blemish on the Bears. A little bit of revenge for that because that was the last time we were here.
Yep.
And
yeah, that was quite a night between the storm and the.
Yeah, we were excited for that game, excited for what we saw. We had no idea what we were in for. We had no idea Bears were going to pull off the special season they did. And so hopefully this is the beginning of some good things for the Bear Lake Bears. The first game went better tonight than it did last week. Last week, the Bear Lake JV team lost. I'm not positive the final score. I think it was 49-8 last week. The final score in the JV game. I cleaned it up and said, okay, give me your keys to the game for tonight. And he said, this is the way he put it to his team last week, and I think it's a great analogy. He says, we want to be a boa constrictor. He doesn't feel like this team is, miles and miles away from being able to be a good team and win some games. They just got to clean up the small
potential in the last week of what this team is capable of. Obviously, a lot of question marks coming into the season. Nothing really for certain at the start of the season. A whole new offense, whole new team. I mean, new across the board, so you never really know what you're looking at. But midway through that game, they looked phenomenal. And
new opponents. It's not like they could look back and say, hey, what did we played that team a year ago? Everybody else is a brand new opponent. So, yeah, with everything being brand new, and it was 0 week. An extra 4 days of practice, give them an opportunity. All right, sorry about that. I had to answer some questions from the coaches. Bear Lake, we were expecting a 7 o'clock kickoff, and by looking at the scoreboard, I think that North Fremont's expecting 7:30 kick. North Fremont is not out here. None of their team is on the field, none of their players on the field or coaches, and they have 40 minutes up on the clock.
All right, we just need to give a shout out. People are texting like crazy. We're glitching really badly. Internet is super spotty out here. Yeah. And we're doing the best we can.
We're sitting on their track.
Yeah, but even then,
a 9-3 season or a 3-9 to win, enough games to be bowl eligible this season.
Well, and it's not like they had months and months to prepare with the new coaching staff. This all happened. If you weren't following the BYU, their game tomorrow is Southern Illinois, and that's a paycheck game for Southern Illinois, and Southern. One. It was 2 in basketball and 1 in volleyball, if I remember. Seniors graduated for Bear Lake last year.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm forgetting somebody, it's not intentional. Sorry to the moms out there. So volleyball team bringing back a lot of their players from a year ago, should be in good shape. And, that looking for a good season. They won their first game this morning. They play a couple more tonight. Then they finish up that tournament. There's no Wi-Fi here, but 2 years goes. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Quarterback. They
Help for hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manor, the home health, along with helping out with both pre-operative and post-operative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery.
Sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Flying S Title and Escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Bears. And by KVSI The Wave, the Bear Lake Valley's hit music station on 105.3 FM.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In
What I want.
I take my Caribou Ford to the Oregon Trail golf course.
You know what I like about satisfaction?
We're Caribou Ford with top awards in the region for customer satisfaction because we're still keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly talent at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier. Online at bearlakedental.com or give us a call at
Bears football.
And it's a sweep. It's read well by the Bears, and he's not going to get much. And they took the snap and faked it to the running backs, and then a sweep from the tight end position. He gained maybe a yard, call it 4th down. And I believe that was Torres, number 10, on the run. But the trickery... Good gain for the Bears. Austin Anderton, who had the touchdown last week, takes that one for a 19-yard pass complete. Bears bring in the punting team. Game, not just for Topham, but the punts last week. Let's see what we do here. Here's the snap. It's a good one. He gets it off. Best punt so far. Fair catch out. He would have been. It's going to be close to the 1st down, but where they threw that, it's definitely, yep, that's what it is. It's a hold. And the hold happened about the 29-yard line. It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Should put the ball back at the 19. Oh, they'll move it from the previous spot. Second down and 16 now. Ball at the 16. So that was a big play for the Bears. That hold call, and it takes away, not only negates the first down, but now back inside their own 20 with 2nd and 16 go the Huskies, and they're a run-heavy offense, and now you'd think passing situation. Martindale and pistol. He's got Wynn behind him. Here's the snap, and he's going to give it to Wynn. It's dodge Wynn, and he's going to gain 5 of the 6 that they needed to get back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd down and 11, ball back at the 21-yard line. So 3rd and long, Bears may have an opportunity to force the first punt situation of the game. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 11. I've been impressed with the Bears defense tonight. That first drive looked like it was going to go really well for North Fremont. They scored in just 4 plays, and since then the Bears have stiffened up. Man in motion, 4th and long, and it's a pitch. They're going to keep it on the ground, and he's going to lose yardage. What a tackle. That was Thornton.
Great hit there.
He loses a yard, and lucky he doesn't lose his head as he tried to kind of almost hurdle, and Thornton took his legs out from under him. Great hit, great tackle, and the Huskies lose a yard on 3rd and 11 and end up punting situation. Anderson. So the Bears get good field position. That exchange of punts turned out well for the Bears. They pinned the Huskies back at their own 22 by the end of the possession. The Huskies had lost a couple yards, and the Bears get the ball back near midfield. It ended with the Huskies driving. They had 2nd down and 2 at the 20-yard line. Bears forced them to turn it over on downs, and since then, the Bear Lake defense has really done well. The Bear Lake off 4th and 8. Topham going to punt it away. Don't want to give him good field position with just 4 minutes left in the half. Wynn will be back inside of his own 15. Topham gets a good punt away, and Wynn is going to fair catch it, and he muffs it. It's back inside the 10. He's going to have to dive on it, clear back at the 6-yard line. Wynn tried to call for the fair catch out about the 16. It went through his hands. He had to run backwards and jump on it. That was a live ball. Could have been disaster for the Huskies. And the Bears winning the field position battle right now. Not a lot of room for error right here for the Huskies as they're clear back at their own 6-yard line with 3:48 left in the half. If Bears can get a stop here on first and or 2nd down, they might look at taking some timeouts and get this ball back in Husky territory. And Huskies are missing a lineman. They send somebody in now. That's Orrin Miller coming in off the sideline. It'll be 1st and 10. Huskies ball at their own 6 after the nice punt. And Martindale will be under center. I formation behind him. Martin's the deep back. And he is going to give it to Wynn, the up back, on the pitch, and he's going to go backwards. Loses a yard. Great pursuit by the Bears. Coming up off the bottom of the pile over there is Tyson Smith. Tyson Smith gets the 1-yard loss, so now 2nd and 11. Clock at 3:27. Bears have a chance if they get a stop here to maybe take a timeout and force the punt and get the ball back in good position as the Huskies have the ball at their own 5-yard line. Martindale under center. Here's the snap, and it's a pitch, and he's going to lose yardage again. And fights his way back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. Wiscombe, the first one to hit him. Bunch of other Bear Lake Bears finish him off, but it's going to be 3rd and 11. 2:58 left. Bears not going to take the timeout. But they should get the ball back around 2 minutes left if they can hold on 3rd down right here, 3rd and 11. See if the Huskies are content to run some clock or if they try to get the first down here on 3rd down and 11 at their own 5-yard line. Martindale back to pass. He's standing in his own end zone under pressure. Salerno chasing him. He gets the ball away, and it's caught.
Intercepted.
Oh, it is caught for a big gain. Clear out to the 40-yard line. 35-yard pass and catch. That was Ruger Lenz, the freshman. Bears were in coverage, but it goes right over their fingertips. They could not knock it down. Salerno was in pursuit to get the sack, and it goes to Lenz for a 35-yard gain, and now the Huskies are in business at the 40-yard line. Now they're going in to hurry up. Bad snap, it hits the ground, goes right through the quarterback's hands, and the running back picks it up, but it'll be a loss on the play of a yard. So picking it up is number 33, Dodge Win, and he loses a yard. But that was just good thinking by him to avoid the turnover, because the ball went right through the quarterback's legs and was laying there on the ground, and Win picked it up. 2nd and 11. Here's the snap. Pitch goes to Martin, and Salerno forces him to the outside. Wiscombe and Warner drag him down. Gain of about 5, give him 6, because it goes right to the 45-yard line, so give him 6 yards. That's Andrew Martin. That was the score. The 21-yard touchdown to start the game was on that play. 3rd and 5, 1:23 left. This is a situation where if they pick up the first down, they're going to regret that they haven't moved quicker. If they don't pick up the first down, they're going to be glad that there's under a minute left when they punt it away. So I think North Fremont's playing this like they're content to go into halftime up by 8. Taking their time, coming to the line. Here's the snap. And it's going to be a handoff right up the middle to Roy Wynn. He is going to get the first down just barely. He needed 5. He got exactly 5. Moves the ball just across the 50. I guess they're going to give him 5.5. 49-yard line of Bear Lake. He's into Bear Lake territory, but the clock is under 50 seconds. Here's the snap. Give us to Win right up the middle. He'll gain 3 or 4, but that's not going to do it. If there's only 40 seconds left in the half, you're gaining 3 yards a run. He gains 3, so Roy Win gains 3. They're down to under 30 seconds when they get this snap. North Fremont is definitely playing like they're content to go in with the 1 touchdown lead here, as they're not in a hurry. Under 20 seconds. Here's the snap, back to pass. And it's a screen pass to Win, and it's going to be forced to the sideline. Not going to get a lot. He goes out of bounds, but well short of the first down. Clock stops with 8 seconds left. So the Bears read that well. Anderson and Topham and Thornton all there to force him out of bounds. It goes from the 46-yard line to the 41-yard line, so a 5-yard gain makes it 3rd down and 3. With just 8 seconds left, could be the final play of the half. So look for a deep ball here, but Martindale's going to go under center. And they jump offside. The false start against North Fremont. They're trying to get the Bears to jump offside, get the easy 5 yards, the easy first down. With 8 seconds left, though, that really doesn't. You got to have a lot more than the 5 yards from the false start. And they move back 5 instead of getting the offsides. They get the false start. They're moving back 5, and now it'll be 3rd down and 7. It was 3rd and 2, goes to 3rd and 7. Bears are going to play some prevent defense, I would guess, right here. And with 8 seconds left, the Huskies are at the 46-yard line. They got to have something big. Martindale will go under center. I formation behind him. Here's the snap. He is back to pass, and now he's under pressure. He's going to be sacked. That's going to end the half. Nope. 1.4 seconds left. They call a timeout.
Brant Thompson.
As Brant Thompson gets the sack, at part of the sack there. Great play by Bear Lake. Just nowhere to go. Ball only moves back about a yard to the 45, but it still goes as a sack because he was back in passing situation. 4th and 6. And my takeaway from this first half, we'll talk more about this at halftime, is how the defense is stiffened up. You take away that 35-yard pass play on 3rd down on this possession, and other than that, the defense since the first drive has really stiffened up and has done a fantastic job. So here we go. The Huskies are going to retake the field here. They got 1.4 seconds left. It's 4th down, so barring a defensive penalty, this will be the last play of the half. So if the Bears can get a stop, that will end the half as long as they don't commit a penalty. Huskies will have their quarterback Martindale in pistol. He's not even in under center. Here's the snap, back to pass, and he's going to go deep, and it is caught, but well short of the end zone. It's caught down at the 10, but that's going to be the half. So it'll officially go for a 35-yard reception, but it's you needed a 45-yard reception or nothing right there. So it was a loud, noisy play for the crowd to cheer for. Diving catch, pads the stats, but doesn't change the scoreboard, and that will be the end of the first half. We'll take a 2-minute break to let Lisa math up the stats, and we'll come back here to North Fremont with the first half stats right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit BearLakeDrugID.com. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign papers and they leave and they're happy, they get their house. I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
When it's time for a brake job, go with Napa Silent Guard. Built with fiber-reinforced shims and rubber-coated hardware that reduce noise and provide an exact fit for the life of the pad. Available now at Napa. Give your engine the attention it deserves with Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. Its advanced formulation delivers faster flow and temperature protection in the harshest driving conditions, elevating engine performance by helping it run cleaner, longer. Available now at Napa.
Ready, set, 12 days, 10 venues, 1 van. Client presentation starting in 4 minutes. Living your best midlife crisis. Rerouting. There's go in everything you do. That's why Phillips 66 is there to fuel all the ways you go, go, go.
Visit You Save Phillips 66 in Montpelier for fuel, snacks, and more. Live to the full with You Save Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure.
You're watching Bear Lake football on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake trails the North Fremont Huskies here at halftime by a score of 8-0. One thing we did not get to mention, well, that's your Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard, which really hasn't changed much in this game, as the Huskies scored early, and then the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard. You can count on us to care. Visit BLMhospital.com. Kind of got stuck at 8-0. And we didn't get to say Phillips, you save Phillips 66. So only 2 Phillips 66 U-Save first downs for the Bears. And we never saw the Bear Lake Bears get into the Jacobson Mountain Air Blue Zone. Jacobson Mountain Air Heating and Air Conditioning for the Bear Lake Valley. Call 208-847-2666. A touchdown, the lone touchdown of the game for North Fremont. The pitch to Martin hit the ground, And most of the time when a football hits the ground, you never know what it's going to do. But in this case, it bounced just as clean as a basketball. Came right back up into his hands. Martin turned the broken play into a touchdown on the sweep around the right side for the only score of the game. So the Bears are mere inches from winning last week and mere inches from being at least being tied, if not ahead again this week, Nate.
I mean, honestly, I like what I've seen out of this team so far this season. Obviously, offense has been a bit of an issue. The offense has had a hard time clicking early on in the season, but that's to be expected. One thing, though, that I think has been really impressive is how this defense has meshed. This defense is a phenomenal defense through the first 2 games. I mean, holding North Fremont to 8 points in the first half, I mean, that's a phenomenal start. Obviously, when you're playing North Fremont, they're a run-dominant offense. They're going to milk the clock. So it seems like this first half's gone by really fast. But with that being said, Bear Lake really being great at clogging the run lanes, stuffing the runs. Not a lot of big gains. Most of the big gains have been through the air with the pass plays, intermediate sized. So honestly, defensively, a masterpiece from the Bears. Offensively, got to put some points up on the board, obviously. But defensively, I like what I'm seeing today.
Yeah, the big play at the end of the half, which was meaningless, that big 35-yard touch, he wasn't a touchdown, 35-yard catch, was meaningless. He made a diving catch at the 10-yard line after the clock had already expired. So by making the diving catch, he tackled himself, essentially half-ended. Take that one off the board. You have the 35-yard pass play on, that was, again, inches. 35-yard pass play on 3rd and long. Could have forced the punt from their own end zone. Instead, misses the fingertips of 2 Bear Lake defenders by so close that Lisa, who was slightly blocked on the play by some
thought he intercepted
she thought it was an interception by the Bears. It was such a
I'm sorry it about was that, by the way.
It was so close to being picked off, and it looked like the Bears had a good chance to disrupt it, and by just a couple inches it makes it over their hands and into the hands of the wide receiver. You know, that could have been big. Would have set the Bears up in a position to maybe get some points there. This season so far, we didn't know what to expect from the Bear Lake Bears. Yeah. New coaching staff, the senior leaders last year, there was, a lot of key positions were seniors. We knew this was going to be a rebuilding year for Bear Lake, and we didn't know what to expect. And after last week, we still didn't. South Fremont was way down last year, didn't have a very good season, so we weren't sure after last week, okay, did Bear Lake really play well like we thought they did, or was South Fremont just a bad team? And so you can't really take that too seriously. But this North Fremont team's a good team.
Yeah.
They are a well-established team. They've got a reputation. Bears have struggled to beat them even in our state championship year. They've got a couple of real studs out there. They've got a lot of great athletes. They're disciplined. They've had some their problems with the false starts, but they're quick to the line. They're running a lot of no huddle, and that's the kind of thing that a young learning team like Bear Lake sometimes will struggle with, and the Bears did not struggle with the hurry up in the first half. It was impressive.
I mean, I'm really just impressed with the run defense, obviously. A lot of run plays from this North Fremont team. They run the ball a lot. We know that. We've seen that a billion times, but I mean, defensively from a young team like this that still has a lot of room to grow, obviously I think it was a great first half on the defensive end of the ball. Hoping to see more out of the offense in the second half. I think if you're Coach Reynolds going into halftime, you're just trying to figure out something with your coaches and the team to figure out an offensive scheme that's going to get them into the end zone. But when you're holding, when you're holding North Fremont to 8 points and a half, if you can come back out and maintain that and find a way just to put some points up on the board, I mean, I think as soon as you score a touchdown, the confidence in that team boosts, and I think you actually have a chance. You've just got to get the ball in the end zone.
The other thing that I would say to completely back that up is it's not like Bear Lake was pinning them deep and just holding on for dear life. The first punt of the game only went 16 yards. They nearly blocked it. Topham was lucky to get it off. They ended up with good field position, touchdown. Second drive for the Bears, the punt, it was a bad snap, goes between Topham's legs. North Fremont takes over at the Bear Lake 30-yard line, can't score. Next possession, they again take over near midfield, can't score. The Bears kept pushing. By the end of the half, they had flipped the field. The defense was doing their job. I agree with you 100%. The offense has just got to find a way to score.
Well, and I will say, I mean, you think about it, that score was a quick strike at the beginning of the game. We're talking 22 minutes probably of scoreless offense for North Fremont and great defense from Bear Lake. like I said, it feels like that first half went by really quick just because of how run dominant both teams have been. I almost feel like I'm watching Army versus Navy in the first half just because of how few air yards there have been. But with that being said, 22 minutes really of scoreless offense for North Fremont. So I'm sure North Fremont going into the locker room is just as frustrated, getting that quick strike out of the gate and nothing since then.
Yeah, if you're North Fremont, you go into halftime saying we missed so many opportunities. If you're Bear Lake, you're saying, hey, we had a great defensive first half. Let's clean up the offense and let's get back in this game. Lisa, give us some stats.
All right. Well, for North Fremont, they are their quarterback Martindale. He is 5 for 7 on completions, which is a 70% completion rate. He has a total of 71 passing yards.
65 of those are 2 plays.
Yes.
Yeah.
65 of his 71 yards are 2 plays. His other 5 completions have gone for 6 yards total.
Yes.
That's
absolutely incredible.
That says a lot about the Bear Lake defense. And that last 30 of the 65 yards, 30 of the 65 that came on those 2 plays was meaningless because it came at the end of the half on that diving catch nowhere near the end zone. That ball's either got to be into the end zone or nowhere at all.
Right. He has 104 rushing. There were 104 rushing yards, but then you take the 25 yards off for penalties, so 79 rushing yards, and that gives him a total of 150 yards in the first half. So, yeah.
I'm happy with that performance.
Yeah.
You know, if you hold them to 150 yards, and they got a lot of those, like we said, 65 of that 150 was on those 2 big chunk plays on the last drive that ended up with the clock running out before the half. So you take those 65 yards off the board right there, and all of a sudden they've only gained, 85 yards in the first half on 4 or 5 other possessions.
And keep in mind that, they have 104 rushing yards before the penalties, but 27 of those rushing yards came on that 1 touchdown run in the first quarter. Other than that, they're only averaging about 3 to 4 yards per is like 7 yards is their biggest gain on a rushing play. But they're averaging about 3 to 4 yards when they do get positive yardage. So overall, like you both have said, the defense is playing amazing. I think our defense is really doing a great job of containing the rush play. So
all right. So what did the Bears do offensively?
For Bear
Not a lot.
Lake, Hume is 7 for 9 for completion rates. The problem is they're just not going anywhere. He has completed 7 out of 9 passes, which is a 66% completion rate. The problem is in those completions, they've only gained 38 yards.
And 16 of those were on 1 play, so the rest of them haven't really done much.
Correct. After you take out our penalties and the bobbled punt, which was a 23-yard loss, we only have, in fact, we're negative in the rushing yards category, -6 yards rushing.
That says a lot because Hume had a 30-plus yarder.
Yes, he had a 33-yard rushing, 33 yards in rushing alone. So. We are currently at 32 total yards positive.
So
for the Bears.
Yeah.
So we've got some work to do on the offense.
Work to do. Got to clean some stuff up.
Yeah. Defensively, I like what I see.
Yeah, absolutely. And last week, I will say my biggest takeaway from last week's game, second half adjustments.
Yep.
In the second half last week, Bear Lake allowed 1 touchdown. In the second half last week, Bear Lake scored 3 touchdowns, so lost the game 25-20. So they scored 3, only allowed 1. Now the kick return touchdown, I'm taking that off the board because that's special teams, not defensive or offensive adjustments. So if the Bears can make the same kind of halftime adjustments to this week they made last week, I like their chances in the second half.
Well, we're talking about a team coming into the season that we didn't really know what to expect. Knew everything across the board. New head coach, new practically starting lineup. A lot of seniors gone. But I do think one thing we found out is this is a team that's not going to go down easy. Through 2 games in the season, they've put up a fight in 6 quarters. All 6 quarters they've played. Only lost the game last week by, 5 points? And this week you're down by a touchdown. It is a 1-score game here, Jared. So I think, truthfully, you're going to see a team that will not go down easy all season long. They're going to put up a dogfight. It's going to be a battle. If you want to play Bear Lake, you have to fight for that win.
Yep.
Yeah, we got 2 more really challenging games coming up. I'm not going to say the rest of the season will be easier, but I would say that this North Fremont team, along with Jackson Hole and Snake River, are probably the 3 biggest games of the season as far as what we expected coming into the year, and you don't know how that's going to play out. But the Bears have held their own so far. 2 weeks into the season, 6 quarters, a week and a half into the season, Bears have held their own. And one of the big challenges for this coaching staff is not having game film. North Fremont has a new coach, so even though they're the only 2 team that Bear Lake played last year, new coaching staff, so new challenges there. And so the Bears, who knows what they can do next week with a week of preparation. They'll have some game film to look at and see what they can do. So the Bears down by 8 here at halftime. They put the Martindale 3 back up. And so we'll take a 1-minute break, come back with the second half kickoff right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manor, the home health, along with helping out with both preoperative and postoperative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery and your way of life going forward.
It's the SVI Sports Network with Jared and Lisa and live coverage of Bear Lake football.
Caden Ryan set to kick off for the Bear Lake Bears. Back deep, read and win for the Huskies, as the Huskies will have the ball to start the second half. Wright's kick is a low line drive. It's going to bounce, be picked up at the 15 by Wynn. He's going to come to the near side of the field. Well pursued by the Bears. Nice tackle by Thornton in the open field. Does it all himself. He only gets to the 22-yard line. We talked about this a lot.
Yep, great job.
So Bears come out with a little bit of fire defensively, and a big possession here for the Huskies offense, for the Bears defense here early in the half, as the Huskies make a last-second substitution, a late substitution on the line. I formation, Martindale under center, and a little bit of a bobbled snap, but he gets a handoff right up the middle, and Martin with a big gain, 13 yards out to the 35-yard line. Gains 13. Martin gets the ball to the 35 for the first down. So just right straight up the middle, no trick there. Just took the ball straight up the middle. I formation again. Martindale under center. Here's the snap. Give it again to Martin. This time he's going to dance around and gain nothing. Just wrapped up right at the point of attack by a host of Bears. Wiscombe, the linebacker, in on that tackle, along with Chris Pratt, big number 71, Chris Pratt, getting up out of the bottom of that stack. The Bears pursued that one well. No gain, 2nd and 10. Here early in the third quarter, Wynn and Martin are the running backs again. Martindale under center. Here's the snap, and it's a reverse. Wiscombe and Warner dropping for a big loss, 5-yard loss. That gives helped him finish it off, but what a defensive play. 5-yard loss. 3rd and 15. So the Huskies in a position they don't like to be in, where they're behind the chains passing situation here on 3rd and 15. Shotgun formation. Martindale back to pass. He's got time. Looking.
Got Lenz open. Nope.
He goes to Wynn short, and Wynn's going to be pushed out of bounds. He's only going to get 6 of the 15 yards he needed. So they give him a 6-yard gain and rule him out of bounds at the 36. Well defended there. I think that was Anderson.
Wiscombe gave him a push out.
Wiscombe. 4th down and 9. Punt formation. Huskies going to kick it away. Wynn going to kick it to Anderson. Anderson waiting about his own 30. Wynn's going to get away from about his own 25-yard line, is where this kick will originate from. Low line drive. Anderson takes it on the run, bounces off him, and it's going to roll out of bounds right at the 40.
That was a thank goodness for that.
I wish all of our fumbles rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, no
I'm just glad to see that one get out of there.
The sideline helped out Anderson there. He didn't even have to go down to try to pick it up because he saw it was going to roll out of bounds safely.
It's like, hurry, roll, hurry.
And looks like they're going to mark it right at the 39. So the good thing for him, it hit his shoulder pads and bounced forward and out of bounds. So Bears will take over at their own 39. Decent field position after forcing the punt. 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the short side, the near side. 2 running backs in the backfield. Hume is going to hand it to Wiscombe. Wiscombe's going to reverse his field. He's got some blockings. No, that's Namikos. A lot of running, only gained a yard. It's kind of a misdirection. The motion of the play started to the left. He turned it back to the right, followed his blockers. I believe he's only going to gain a yard. They give him 1 yard to the 40. A lot of running to gain that yard. Well pursued by the Huskies. The Bears had blockers in front of him, but they couldn't get him loose. 2 wide receivers now to this near side, 1 to the far side. 2 running backs in the backfield. Back to pass, gets it to Warner. Diving catch made. He's going to gain 4. Warner with the diving catch gains 4. Ball will be placed at the 44, the 44-yard line. They got to get to near midfield, so it's 3rd and 5. They've got to get to near midfield to get the first down. 3rd down and 5. Facing the Bear Lake Bears on their first possession of the second half, trailing 8-0. 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Namikos and Thorson are the running backs. Thornton back to pass, and it's a quarterback keeper. Now he does get it away, and
well defended. By Wynn.
Wynn could not have played that better. Reached around, knocked it down. It would have been right at first down yardage, but Wynn made a great play. It looked like he was going to come through him and maybe get the pass interference, but he kind of turned his shoulders, got that left hand in front, knocked the ball down. Forces the punt. So Amon Topham will punt it back to the Huskies. And so the Bears can't do anything with their good field position. And Wynn will wait inside his own 20. Special teams has been an adventure.
Yeah.
And good snap. Gets it away. Short end-over-end kick. And it's going to take a Huskies bounce and be down by the Bears near midfield. It was short, only hit about the 45-yard line and bounced right back towards midfield. And if that would not have been a first down. He did not even get back to the line of scrimmage. So it went off his foot weird. It was an end-over-end punt that went short and then bounced backwards. 1st and 10 Huskies as they get the ball in good field position. That was a good change of possessions there for North Fremont. As they punted it away from about their own 30, they get it back at midfield. 1st and 10, their second possession of the second half. Martindale will go under center. Wynn and Martin are the running backs. And here's the give to Martin. And he's drugged down from behind. But a good gain. He's going to gain 10. They gave him 10 and a first down.
And
that's Mon. Nope, that can't be Mon. Mon's a freshman. But I look like number 20 made the tackle for the Bears.
Oh, I thought I saw 60.
60? That would make more sense.
But we don't even have a 60. Neither one of us.
False start. And the Huskies have tried the hard count a lot. It worked the very first time. Ever since then, it has bit themselves in the backside. That is their 4th or 5th false start penalty on the night. And so it's 1st and 15 as the lineman jumped on the far side. So we go under 8 minutes left in the third quarter. 8-0, Huskies in the lead. I formation with Martin and Wynn, and that's the freshman Dodge Wynn. Martindale will give it to Martin. The second guy through goes around the left side. Big gain. He's coming back.
Got a flag. Got a holding.
Holding. He's coming back. It'll be 1st and 25. That one was pretty obvious where they threw it, what it was going to be. So it'll still be first down, but 1st and long. That was a big run, but it was a big run because of the hold. Would have put the Huskies in good position inside of the Bears' 35-yard line. Would have been close even maybe to a first down. Instead, they moved back across midfield. They took this ball over at midfield just inside the Bear Lake side. Now they're back into their own territory at the 45. Looking at 1st down and 25. Martindale in shotgun. Here's the snap. He's back to pass. He's under pressure. He's going to pitch it. It's a handoff to Martin, and Martin is going to gain positive yardage, but not a lot. Great pursuit by the Bears. They didn't fall for that. And Martin's going to get back to midfield. It'll still be 2nd and 20. So 2nd and 20 after the gain of 5. What great pursuit from the backside for the Bear Lake Bears defense. I've been so impressed by the Bears. They're not giving up. That's the kind of play that sometimes goes for chunk yardage. It looks like a passing situation on 1st and 25. They're in pass formation, and they run it, and the Bears pursue it well. I formation again, wide receivers to either side. Under center goes Martindale. Here's the snap. Give is to Wynn. The second guy through. He reverses field, but he's cut down by Wiscombe. Caleb Wiscombe. No gain on the play. And Wynn thought he had a lot of green grass in front of him. Wiscombe cuts him down. No gain on the play. 3rd and 20. The Bears defense has come to play tonight. Gave up a first down on the first play of this possession, and then since then, the Huskies have been marching backwards, courtesy of a couple penalties and a couple of great tackles. 3rd and 20. Martindale under center. Wynn, the running backs. And it's a pass. And Thompson in pursuit and way out of bounds. Ball is caught like 12 yards out of bounds as Carlisle threw Martindale to the turf as he released that ball. And it was caught, but it was a good 5 yards out of bounds at least when the ball came out of the atmosphere. 4th and 20 ball at midfield. Bears defense stiffens again.
He could hear Brant Thompson breathing behind him in pursuit and totally missed Carlisle coming from the side. So
great defensive play by those two Bears to force that pass to be way, way out of bounds. Anderson back to receive this kick. Wynn gets away. Oh, he shanks it off the side of his foot. Bears will let it go. It'll go out of bounds. Ooh. Decent field position.
We had a little tiff going on in the middle, but it's okay. It's all over with.
About the 37-yard line-ish, so only about not even a 20-yard punt. It went right off the side of his foot and bounced out of bounds. So Bears in decent field position. In fact, if you look at where that first down was, they had the first down inside the 40 and at the 37. Bears are going to like that. After the couple penalties and some great defense, Bear Lake back in business. Carlisle and Salerno now the running backs. And the give is to, I think it was to Salerno. And he goes 2-yard loss, in fact, on the play.
It's cold.
Nate's fine. He's in his shorts.
Yeah.
5:20 left in the third quarter. This defensive battle, 8-0. One scoring drive of the game, and it was the first drive of the game for the Huskies. Neither team has done much offensively since. And the Bears looking at 2nd down and 12 from their own 25. And this pass is caught. and tackled immediately on the sideline. He actually lost quite a bit of yardage on the play, clear back to the 30. So I think, I couldn't see it, but I'm going to trust the PA announcer. I think the wide receiver slipped and fell after he caught it and went down on his own power because the slick turf, and loses yards. It'll be 3rd down and about 18 yards to go. Bears deep in their own territory, back at the 30. They took this ball over to the 37. And Hume is going to be sacked for another loss. And Hume is going to lose yardage clear back inside the 20. So the Bears went the wrong way. 4th and 22, 23, 24 yards to go. 4th and Jackson Hole. If I get my directions right from where we're at.
No, you don't, but it's close.
We're under 4 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. The Bears lost yards on all 3 plays on that series and will punt the ball away. The Huskies should have great field position. Wynn will take this ball near midfield. The Topham punt. And it's a high snap and whistles before the snap. I think it's going to be a false start. Oh, offsides. Whew, there's a good result for the Bears. They'll kick that ball from 5 yards further forward, offsides by the Huskies. I think the Huskies are looking for the block because Topham's going to get this one away from around the 10-yard line. So they'll take that 5 yards. Now the line of scrimmage is the 20. That's a little bit better. But it'll still put Wynn back at about his own 40 where he should catch this. Oh, nice. Booming punt that time.
Better-looking punt.
And it will take a Bear Lake bounce. Lot better punt. And they'll let it. The Huskies will let it roll right to midfield. So it wasn't quite as deep as it could have been, but it was a lot better than the last punt for Topham. He gets it to midfield. So not a bad result on the punt that time. Huskies will take the ball over at the 50. This has been a defensive smash-mouth game.
Has there even been a turnover in this game up to this point, or has it just been touchdown, punt, 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 punt?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a turnover yet.
There has
just
not been a turnover. Turnovers on downs, but not turnovers on like interception, fumbles, anything like that.
There's been no mistakes.
Martindale goes under center. Here's the give to Martin, and the Bears pursue it well. He's maybe going to gain 3. They'll give him 3. So the Bear Lake Bears volleyball team has not dropped a set.
Good job.
So they beat Star Valley in 3. They beat Rich in 3. They beat Little Snake River this morning in 3. So they're tied for first points going into tomorrow. And because of a tiebreaker with Evanston, they'll go in as the 2nd seed, but still. And pitch goes to Wynn, and well pursued by the Bears again. He's going to stay on his feet and gain some yardage.
Warner bringing him down finally.
But the Bears force that to the outside. He does gain about 3. It'll be 3rd down and 2 or 3 yards to go. So great result for volleyball. Congratulations to Coach Birch and the volleyball team over there in the Cokeville tournament. They had a great day. And Firth is beating Westside at half and whistles before the snap. Timeout Bear Lake. Bears defense was not set. But Firth beating Westside at half.
Go Firth.
There you go.
And Westside. Go teams.
Anyway, so timeout on the field taken by the Bear Lake Bears on defense. We'll take just 30 seconds of it. Be back right after this.
Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Flying S Title and Escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears. And by KVSI The Wave, the Bear Lake Valley's hit music station on 105.3 FM.
Time to go back to the field with more live coverage of Bears football on the SVI Sports Network.
It's 3rd down and 3 facing the North Fremont Huskies. Here in the 3rd quarter, 2:23 left. They kind of go hurry up, and that time they force Bear Lake to take a timeout. Martindale will be back in shotgun formation. He's got Martin, the Husky that scored the touchdown off his left hip here on 3rd down. I expect a running play here, and they're just going to get the Bears to jump offside. They do. That's the first time it's worked in their favor. The previous several penalties have actually gone against the Huskies, but that one gets them the first down. That's the very first time they tried it in the game, they got 5 yards. The next 4 or 5 times they tried it, they jumped offsides. This time they do get the Bears to give up the first down. And inside the 40 now go the Huskies, and Martindale will give it to Martin. He'll spin into, like, everybody.
Yeah.
What a defensive stand. The Bears are showing off.
Clayton Eborn in on that one.
And Chris Pratt, big number 71. The 2 Bear Lake Bears met him for no gain. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. The Bears defense has not been fooled by some of their trickeration. They try to misdirection, and the Bears have stayed home, and the Bears have done well. I formation, Martindale under center. Here's the snap, pitch. He goes to Win, and he's going nowhere. And Carlisle is the one that getting up off the top of him that time. And maybe a gain. No gain. No gain. So they said, hey, the left side of the line didn't go so well. Let's try the right side of the line. It didn't go any better. 3rd and a long 10, almost call it 11. As the Bears defense has come to play in this game, giving up very little yardage in this second half, especially after that first possession and then that meaningless hurry-up drive at the end of the first half that resulted in nothing. The Bears have not given up a lot. And under pressure is Martindale. He's going to sweep out. He's going to gain positive yardage, but I think he's going to be well short. Yeah, he only gains 3. He was scrambling for his life, lucky not to lose yardage.
He ran 20 yards to gain 3 because he had to go back and over and under and around.
4th and 7. Great pursuit again by the Bears. Just not giving up anything. Regardless of who they stick out there, we've called a lot of names tonight. The Bears defense, wow.
Yes.
So 4th and that long, they're saying 8 on the board. I'll say a long 7. As this is going to be probably the last play of the 3rd quarter. They're going for it on 4th down. Martindale will have Martin off his left hip. He's in shotgun. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Under pressure. He's going to roll out under pressure. He's going to get sacked.
Oh, he's got him.
He's drug him down for the sack. Turnover on downs.
Great job out there by number 4.
Seven yards. Bears take over on downs. We'll start the 4th quarter as Bear Lake will have the football right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive. It's gorgeous, and I get what I want.
I take my Caribou Ford to the Oregon Trail golf course.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I can check out inventory online before I go. Now that's service.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? Satisfaction.
We're Caribou Ford with top awards in the region for customer satisfaction because we're still keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
You're watching Bear Lake football on the SVI Sports Network.
When the North Fremont Huskies scored pretty easily, quickly, on their first possession of the game, I thought, oh, this could be a long night. And the Bears defense has stepped it up, and it's been a great defensive night for the Bear Lake Bears, barring that first possession. The defense might have to step up and win this game for the Bears. The offense has been stagnant, but the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line, so they have decent field position. Handoff up the middle to Thornton. He's going to stay on his feet.
He's still going.
He's going. He's got the 50. He's at the 40. Inside the 30, pushed out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Let's see where they finally mark him. What a run. Two-yard line, so a gain of 36 yards for Thornton, and Bears
Nice run.
right back to the line, no huddle. Thornton, lone running back, and he's going to get it again. Same play. This time he's going to cut it back to the other side, go up the middle. Not going to get as big a gain, but gets positive about 6 yards inside the Jacobson Mountain Air Blue Zone. First time we've been able to say that tonight. After picking up that big, you say Phillips 66 first down. Bears move inside the Jacobson Mountain Air Blue Zone. They officially gave him 5, second down and 5. But the ball at the 17-yard line. So the Bears in business in the blue zone. Thornton with a big run on first down to get inside the 20, down to the 22, and then another good run on the next first down. Same formation, Thornton again off the left hip of the quarterback, Hume. Here's the snap. And Hume's going to keep it this time, quarterback option. He's going to go nowhere. In fact, he'll lose 2. That was a quarterback draw and nothing doing as Hume loses a couple yards. It'll be third down and long. Ball at the 20-yard line, so third down and 8. Big play right here. 4-down territory for sure. Bears aren't going to punt it away, and they don't have a kicker this year. Toby's in the MTC. So Bears are
on
going.
his way to Chile.
It's a 2-down territory for sure, especially this point in the game in the fourth quarter. Back to pass is Hume, and there's going to be either an illegal formation or a false start something. And the Bears will move it back 5 yards. So just like that, they're no longer in the Jacobson Mountain Air Blue Zone.
Just a reminder, Jacobson Mountain Air Heating and Air Conditioning for the Bear Lake Valley. Give them a call, 208-847-2665.
So to get another Phillips 66, you say first down. The Bears now need 13 yards. They got to get clear down inside the 15 down to the 12. 2 plays to do it, though, with 10:24 left in the game. You're not going to punt it away here. You're way too close to punt it away. You're not going to go for a field goal here. So the Bears have 2 plays to get the 13 yards. Hume has got split backs in the backfield going out into pass formation. He pulls it down, and he's going to be sacked.
Down, yep.
He had a man. If he would have had time, he had a man. Anderton came free, but it's a big loss. And back to the 30. So the Bears have got to get to the 12, 4th and 18. Bears going the wrong way on this possession. That was a 5-yard loss. So they went from 3rd and 13 to 4th and 18. Ball placed pretty dang close to right at the 30-yard line. They've got to get to the 12 for the first down. So they're behind the chains and behind in the game. What you'd like to do here, if you can't get the first down, if you can't convert, you'd at least like to pick up some yardage and pin these Huskies deep. So Hume will send Thornton in motion, back to pass. He's being pursued, and he's tackled, fumbled. It doesn't matter. If he keeps it, the ball went out of bounds. It wasn't returned. And as soon as he got hit, the ball was going to be turned over. So the fumble doesn't matter. It went out of bounds. It wasn't recovered anyway. But a turnover on downs as Reed comes from the backside. I think it was a corner or safety blitz. And Hume did not have any chance to outrun him and was hit and loses 4 yards on the play. So a loss of 4. So the Bears had it at the 22-yard line. They got it clear down to the 17 and then turn it over on downs out at the 34. So not good. And, big run. And Martin into the open field. And he's got one man to beat. It's Anderson, and Anderson's going to pull him down at the 3-yard line.
Wow. Wow, what a run.
Yard line, so he goes 46 plus the 16, 62-yard run for Martin. Looked like it was going to be a short gain. He bounced it out, and if it wasn't for Anderson with the angle, almost forced him out of bounds, but then drug him down at the 4-yard line. That would have been a touchdown for Martin. He has been the spark So win and win in the backfield as well as a lineman. This is going to be just I'm sure, a straight run up the middle. And they sweep it, and it's into the end zone. Touchdown. Dodge win, number 33 with a 4-yard run. The Bears forced it up inside. The outside pursuit did its job to force it up inside, but they could not make the tackle, and it's 14-0. One big play. And Martin jumping over that defender is going to be the difference in the game because he should have been stopped for a short gain, maybe 4 or 5 yards. Instead, he went 62 yards. And then Dodge Win finishes it off for the touchdown, 2-point conversion pending. To chance to put this game pretty much on ice, where the Bears offense has been stagnant tonight, to say the least. And the Bears have played a great defensive game. That one play is going to haunt them for the rest of the year if they don't come back somehow to win this one, because that play, if the Bears stop it there, you never know what happens. But the 62-yard run. Same formation, same play. They just come to the other side. This time the Bears into the end zone, 2-point conversion, good.
And that was Roy Wynn.
Yeah, Roy Wynn, the older brother, takes it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So 16-0 in favor of the Huskies. We'll be back with the kickoff after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier, online at bearlakedental.com, or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit bearlakedrugid.com. That's bearlakedrugid.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug.
Live coverage of Bears football continues now on the SVI Sports Network.
Win set to kick off. Back deep for the Bears. It's Wiscombe and Anderson. 16-0 is your score. This is going to be taken by Wiscombe at the 20, 25, 30. Cuts out to the outside, and he's going to be taken down. Fights his way forward to the 33. Good effort there by Wiscombe. So he gets to the 33-yard line, but the Bears will take over. First and 10 at their own 33. Down by 2 scores now, with just 8:16 left in the game. The Bears defense has played a good game. I'm okay with only 16 points, especially because one of those touchdowns basically was the result of just that one big play. But the Bears offense has got to do something here late in this game to get them back in it. Let's see if there's somebody that can step up, see if the Bear Lake coaching staff will air it out, try to get back in this game, or if they'll stay conservative. The running back, it looks like it's Namikos, is the lone running back. 3 wide receivers to the near side. And quarterback Hume is going to go straight up the middle. And he's going to gain out to the 39, so 6-yard gain. Good gain there for Hume. That's just a read option. He can either kick it to the outside and toss it to his running back, Namikos. He realized that wasn't going to happen, so he just took it up the middle on the read option and gained 6 yards. Good gain on first down, second down now, and 4 at the 39-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, Namikos and Salerno in the backfield. Here's the give, and it's whistles. I'm not sure. That might be, we're going to call false start, and we got an injured Bear Lake Bear.
Yep.
And that's going to be a frustrating injury because he's grabbing his knee, and he looks like he's not feeling good at all. And the reason that's so frustrating is because the play got blown dead before it even happened. And that's Jace Farmer. Hope his knee's okay.
I think it's Chris Pratt.
77 or 71. Anyway, we'll take a break. We'll come back right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign their papers and then they leave and they're happy, they get their house. I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
When it's time for a brake job, go with Napa Silent Guard. Built with fiber-reinforced shims and rubber-coated hardware that reduce noise and provide an exact fit for the life of the pad. Available now at Napa. Give your engine the attention it deserves with Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. Its advanced formulation delivers faster flow and temperature protection in the harshest driving conditions, elevating engine performance by helping it run cleaner, longer. Available now at Napa.
Here's Jared and Lisa and the SVI Sports crew with more live coverage of Bears football.
This is one of those times when having the head coach be a physician is not a bad thing. And this is one of those injuries that's going to be very, very frustrating for Jace Farmer. And if it's anything serious at all, because it was a play that was whistled dead right after the snap. And he went down. I didn't see if there was even any contact. I think he was just moving back to try to start his blocking assignment, and he's not putting any weight at all on that right knee.
I'm trying to decide if it's knee or ankle, because it looked to me like he grabbed his ankle, but you said knee. I'm not sure.
Either way, he's not putting any weight on it, and
nope.
A couple coaches helping him to the sideline. Hope he's okay. 2nd down and 4 coming up from the Bears once they get him to the sideline. Oh, they changed it. They changed the defense. Instead of the false start, they said that it was a North Fremont Husky that jumped into the neutral zone, causing the false start.
Oh.
So it was a defensive penalty, not an offensive penalty, and that is going to be a Phillips 66 U-save. To North Fremont territory and the 2nd straight. Phillips 66 U-save, 1st down, as Hume doing it with his feet gets the 1st down after the gain of 4. We're under 6 minutes to play in the game, but the Bears driving inside the 50-yard line of the Huskies down to the 46 of North Fremont. Hume has got Namikos and I believe that's Wiscombe in the backfield with him. And he's going to drop back to pass and be sacked. And coming off the right side of the defensive line, number 54, that's Bryce Nedro. And he sacks Hume for a about 7-yard loss back inside Bear Lake territory to the 49. So the Bears moving the wrong way on first down, but they got second down. And with the clock ticking, everything's 4-down territory now. The Bears have got to get not just one score, they got to get 2 scores if they're going to win this game. Hume calling the play in the huddle. Bears will come to the line. They'll send 2 wide receivers to either side. Lone running back is Namikos. Now Wiscombe goes in motion to the far side. And it's going to be 2. Oh, it's picked off.
Interception.
Wiscombe, it looked like he was going to have a big gain. Wiscombe was wide open down the sideline, and it's intercepted. And out of nowhere, I thought Wiscombe had a big catch for a huge gain, and he had nobody. And then out of nowhere, the interception by the Huskies, and that one may have been the nail.
Yeah.
The Huskies return it to the 45-yard line of Bear Lake. They lead by 2 scores. There's 4.5 minutes in the game, and they run a ball control, run-based offense. So it's going to be tough for the Bears following the turnover, the first turnover of the game. That was not on downs. There were some turnovers on downs, but everything else had been punts. And quarterback keeper, and he's going to go nowhere. Wiscombe comes up and makes the tackle along with Smith, and slow to get up is the other tackler. I'm trying to see who that is. That was Namikos, also in on the tackle. So short gain of 2 for Martindale on the quarterback sweep. Great pursuit for the Bears. But just still clock ticking. We're going to go under 4 minutes to play as they get this snap away. Martindale will go under center. He's got 3 running backs behind him in the backfield, including one of his big offensive linemen. They're just going to sweep it. And short gain. Bears did a good job just to the 40-yard line. So they got the ball to 45. They're in the 40 now, so gain of 3. So gain of 2 on first down, gain of 3 on second down. It'll be third down and 5. Ball at the 40. But more importantly than that, clock ticking. 3.5 minutes left to go in the game. As they're taking a good 45, 50 seconds off a clock between every play because they're using all of their time plus whatever time it takes to make the play. So the Huskies come to the line with 3:20 left in the game, leading by 16-0. Martindale under center, 3 running backs in the backfield again. And here's just the sweep toss. Bears pursue it well, force it to the sideline. And a good tackle, and Anderton's going to force him out of bounds. And a gain of 5. He needed 5. He got exactly 5. Anderton with the good pursuit forced him out of bounds, but he picks up just enough for the first down. So that first down probably ends it. 3 minutes left in the game. Bears can stop the clock if they want to, but it might not be enough time to get back in this one. With just 3 minutes left, now the Huskies with the first down at the Bear Lake 35. Now just 2 running backs in the backfield, back to the I formation. Martindale will give it right up the middle to Martin. He jumps forward for 4 yards. He likes to go in the air.
Mm-hmm.
It got him a touchdown. Well, not a touchdown, but a 62-yard gain last time. That time he only gained 4. The Bear Lake defense has really actually done well in this game. You take away that 62-yard game, and I know you can't because it was a 62-yard game that led to a touchdown. But you take those yards off the board and take the 60 yards off the board that came on the meaningless drive at the end of the first half. And the Bears' defense has really been stout in this game. They are going to get the loss, but they have played well. And there's another great play and a tackle for loss. And number 78 for Bear Lake making that tackle.
Logan Keach.
Logan Keach in on that tackle. Loss of 4, so it'll be third down and 9. Good tackle there by Logan. Took the pursuit to the edge. Forced the loss on the play of 4, so third and 9. Clock, though, ticking with under 1:50 to play. And the Huskies haven't even come to the line yet. Here they come to the line now. 1:45 left in the game. on 3rd and 9. I formation, Martindale under center. Here comes the snap with 1:35 left, and it's just a pitch to win. He's going to try to go right up the middle, no gain. Great defensive pursuit by Bear Lake. They do give him a 1-yard gain. So Wynn does get the 1-yard gain, brings up 4th and a long 7 short 8. Timeout on the field. 1:19 left. Bears take a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Ready, set, 12 days, 10 venues, 1 van. Client presentation starting in 4 minutes. Living your best midlife crisis. Rerouting. There's go in everything you do. That's why Phillips 66 is there to fuel all the ways you go, go, go.
Visit You Save Phillips 66 in Montpelier for fuel, snacks, and more. Live to the full with You Save Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure.
It's the SVI Sports Network with Karen and Lisa and live coverage of Bear Lake football.
There are 119 ticks left in the game. 79 ticks. I can math. So just 79 ticks left on the clock in this game. 4th down facing the North Fremont Huskies. But the Bears not only going to get a stop here, they have then got to get the ball into the end zone twice in order to come back and win this game. The defense has done its job, kept the Bears close, given them every opportunity. The offense has been stagnant, to say the least. Here we go on 4th down. And it's a sweep, pass, and he's going to be sacked. Turnover on downs, and it was going to be a pitch pass, and it makes the sack. It gets credited. It doesn't officially go as a sack because the handoff had already been made. But it was good, and Bear Lake takes their final time out of the half. We just took it, so we'll just keep it here. Only 7 seconds went off the clock. 1:12 left in this game. Bears will take over at their own 41-yard line, so good defensive stance. They did give up the first down, which allowed another almost 2 minutes to go off the clock. There were 3 minutes left in the game when they got the first down. There are now 1:12 left in the game, so nearly 2 minutes went off, 2 minutes 48 seconds. Because of that first down. Bears, I think, are out of timeouts. They might have one left because I can't remember if that was early in the second half or late in the first half. They took that last one. But the Bears have got to do a lot in 1:12 if they're going to get the win. But they have played well. The defense has showed up. I, really thought that after that first possession, North Fremont looked like they were going to have their way offensively in this game. Other than that, Bears really gave up just the one big play after that resulted one play later in a touchdown. It's just been the offense. Offense has been very stagnant. We have only been in the Jacobson Mountain Air Blue Zone one time in the game, and the Bears have only picked up 4 or 5 USAA Phillips 66 first downs in the entire game. And in the last 1:12, if they're going to win this one, they have got to score twice. If they're from their own 41-yard line, they're going to have a couple of opportunities. I'm guessing they're going to go deep. As the Bears come to the line, 2 running backs in the backfield, but I'm sure they're there for protection. Back to pass, and it's complete to Birch. Birch is going to get out of bounds. He gets across the 45 to the 47-yard line, so pickup of 6. And we have another Bear Lake Bear down. And that is Nolan George. Why did I say Nathan? Nolan George. The Bears center is again holding his lower extremity and very frustrated. And Bears coaching staff back out. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Time to go back to the field with more live coverage of Bears football on the SVI Sports Network.
Nolan George able to get up and walk off under his own power. He does take his helmet off and then kneel down as soon as he gets to the sideline. Frustration right there from Nolan. He's holding his ankle now that he's on the sideline, so I do think it's a lower leg injury, but not hopefully too serious by the way he came off the field. All right. 2nd down and 3, 1:07 left in the game. More important than the downs is the yardage. The Bears have got to score quickly. Here we go, back to pass. And unblocked. Dodge win. Gets the sack. Nobody touched him. He came right up the middle from his linebacker position. 7-yard loss. And under a minute to play, clock ticking, and the Bears go in the wrong direction. I think this one's pretty much over. Not much chance of the miracle comeback now. Is the worst thing to do right there is to give up the sack because the clock kept ticking. But there was no chance for Hume to throw that one away. Under 30 seconds as the Bears come to the line. 1 or 2 plays is all that's left in this one. The Bears are going to fall to 0-2 on the season. Back to pass, stepping up. He's got time. Gets it away, and it's dropped. No, caught. And out to the 50-yard line. That'll be the last play of the game. It was Broxton Birch with the catch. Brings up 4th down, but they're not even going to have a chance to get the snap off. The final score is going to be North Fremont 16. Oh, he does get the snap off. Back to throw, and it's incomplete. So it didn't matter. Got the snap off, but it was an incomplete pass. The Huskies win it by a score of 16-0. We'll take just a quick 30-second break here in just a second, and we'll take a 30-second break. Lisa will math up the stats, and we'll come back and wrap this one up right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manor, the home health, along with helping out with both preoperative and postoperative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery and your way of life going forward.
Live coverage of Bears football continues now on the SVI Sports Network.
Bears drop a heartbreaker, 16-0, and it's heartbreaker just because, again, just like last week, the opportunities were there. It's not like the Bears got dominated this week. They had their opportunities. Things just didn't go their way. Inches again.
That you're not going to be happy when you lose the game. But it's also baby steps to, the bigger picture, which is, they're growing, they're learning. Defensively, they actually played really good tonight, with the exception of a couple of big plays. I do think the offense has to wake up, but once again, I think that comes with time. I think this team is young. It's inexperienced. I mean, you're starting a sophomore quarterback. So, the guy running the offense is very inexperienced, had a year of JV under him, but those lumps are going to happen, and with experience comes growth, and I think he's going to learn from this, and I think the team's going to learn from this, and I think it's going to make him better down the road. I don't think this is something necessarily to look back on and be mad about or anything like that, because that's the furthest thing from the case. I just think you need to look at this for the positives, and if you're Coach Reynolds, you're saying, hey, our defense looked really good tonight. We got to step it up on the offensive side, but it's steps to success in sports. And I think tonight we saw a good game on one side of the ball. The other side's got to improve, but we're seeing growth from this team. So that's really how I feel. I think it was a good battle and a good game, and the Bears can't walk out of this too disappointed. You got to walk out with your heads up high for the next week against Salmon.
Absolutely. I would agree with that fully. Lisa, you got some stats for us?
I do. So for North Fremont, total for the game, I had them for 6 out of 9 completions.
So no passes in the second half.
He had 2.
2, okay.
And only 1 completion. He had 2 passes, 1 completion in the second half was it. So 6 for 9, 78 passing yards total on the game. They had 160 yards rushing.
62 of those on one play.
Yes, and their downfall was they had 50 yards in penalties. Otherwise, that rushing yards would look a whole lot different. So add 50 yard, 210 rushing if they didn't have the penalties. So
Fabulous producer, the great Nate. This and everybody else on the SVI Sports Networks. This is
Nate Matthews,
Lisa Hillier,
and Jared Hillier saying
good night, everybody.